Hi, I'm Gary Hall Sr. from the Race Club. Today we're going to talk about the second phase of the underwater pull. As we go around the approximately 2-foot journey of the underwater of the hand as it travels underwater on the pull, we've now gone from the lift phase from 12 o'clock when the hand enters the water to 3 o'clock. And at that point, from 3 o'clock all the way to 9 o'clock, the hand assumes a different role. Instead of being lift, it now creates the part of the pull that we call propulsion. And we divide the propulsive phase from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock into two, the front quadrant and the back quadrant. The front quadrant occurs from approximately 1 foot in front of the shoulder till the hand reaches the shoulder, and the back quadrant propulsion continues from the 6 o'clock position at the shoulder all the way until it reaches the waist and then enters the release phase. Now, the propulsion in the front quadrant is very important, and the power that we can generate, or the speed of the body, is related to the surface area of our hand as we begin to push backward, and the speed or the acceleration that we push that surface area backward. It's also related to the speed or the counter rotation of the body as we create a force to pull that arm against. And it's a combination of those that determines how fast we go, inversely proportional to the frontal drag that we create. We can create a lot of power, but if we have a lot of drag, when we create that power, we're not going to go very fast. If one were just to examine the speed of the body through the stroke cycle to determine where the most power is in the underwater pull, it'd be easy to think that the greatest power comes at the end, not the beginning. The slowest point in the cycle actually occurs with the initiation of the propulsive phase, where it's 1.39 meters per second. By the time we reach the end of the front quadrant propulsion, the speed is increased to 1.58 meters per second. And at the completion of the propulsive phase, the speed now is 1.71 meters per second. That is not because there's greater power in the back, but because there's much less frontal drag created at this particular position. The power at the front comes primarily from the engagement of many of the muscles. The back, the core, the shoulders, the arms, they're all involved at the front. When we initiate the lift phase, the shoulder's actually in a negative angle position, which is very weak. But by the time we reach the propulsive phase, here at the middle, we're in a positive angle, creating much more power. The other important thing that really helps in the development of power is the hip or body rotation. And you can see at the end of the lift phase, the body has rotated maximally and is now ready to begin the counter rotation. Once we get into the propulsive phase, you can see that the body is in full swing, and the force that we develop from that counter rotation is greatest and helps us swim faster.